Hi friends, happy Sunday. How are you? We are three days away from our big 2019 Simplified Planner launch coming up on Wednesday. I am here in my beach house and I'm so excited to talk to you about this topic today. So we're going to talk about prepping your Simplified Planner, what to do when it comes in the mail and how to get it set up so that you can get the absolute most out of it for the next 12 months. So I'm going to dive right in because we also have a really amazing giveaway from our friends at Shipt. And Shipt is a grocery delivery service that I absolutely swear by and absolutely love. They actually deliver to Pensacola Beach, which is amazing to me. We're giving away a free membership and $100 toward groceries, right? Okay, I'm excited about that, so I know you guys are too. All right, we're gonna go ahead and dive right in because it's Sunday and I have about 1,000 other things I have to get done today, and I know you do too, so we're gonna make this a quick one. I have written down a couple notes here, and I found this quote, and I have to read it to you before we get started because I think it is so true when it comes to getting a fresh start, right? So we've talked this whole week, we've talked about everything from making your house a home, clearing clutter in both your schedule and your space. We've talked about tactical stuff like color coding. We've even done a pen test with like 30 amazing pens. By the way, if you missed any of that, you can go to our video library. Taylor has the link and we'll post it here. You can go to our video library on our site. You can also check them out here on Facebook, but we have saved all of the recordings in case you missed anything. Today, again, we're talking about prepping your Simplified Planner. Tomorrow, we're talking about morning and evening routines, which I live and die by. And then we're also talking on Tuesday about choosing your Simplified Planner and finding the best one for you. And I'm going to be taking questions on Tuesday from people who are having a hard time deciding, because I totally know what that feels like. If you're having a hard time deciding, you can also go to the quiz on our website, and the link here, whatever it is in the caption, to go and take the quiz to see which cover, which style is best for like your personal style and also your lifestyle. So the quote I mentioned, I found this the other day and I really, really loved it. Okay, here we go. This is F. Scott Fitzgerald. For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over. And I wanted to start us with that because as much as we talk about all this tactical stuff and we talk about meal planning and Sunday prep and all of that, it's a heart piece that begins that kind of change, right? Where we decide, like, I'm ready for a fresh start. I'm ready to get things together, and here's how I'm going to do it. So I just thought that was really special. And I'll type it out here in the comments later so you can have it because I just thought it was great. Now, the way we're going to do this, the way we're going to talk through prepping your Simplified Planner, I'm going to walk you through the beginning of what comes in every planner. So I have a weekly here that we're going to walk through. This is the Happy Stripe. It is so bright here at the beach. There we go. It's the Happy Stripe Weekly, but I'm going to walk you through the beginning of it that also comes in all of the daily editions as well. These pages are not in Dapper Desk because Dapper Desk is just very, very simple in the beginning. We kept this only in the Simplified Planners. Okay, first things first. Your planner arrives at your door. You're so excited, but you have a few months before it begins, right? Because these are dated January 1st through December 31st. By the way, if you guys have questions, put them in the comments, and my team is amazingly working with me today, and they're going to be grabbing questions and feeding them to me via text at the end. So your planner comes in the mail, you're so excited, but you have a couple of months before it's time to put it to good use, right? Wrong. You can totally get started now. What you do is you get yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and carve away like an hour of quiet time, maybe after all the kids go to bed, but sit down with your planner and with a tool that we think is super important, and that is our perpetual calendar. Our perpetual calendar, you can find a printable of this in the free printable library. And what this is it's just an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper you can print out on your home printer or wherever, and you write down dates that never change, right? So birthdays, anniversaries, just important family dates, that kind of thing. Write all of these down on this perpetual calendar. Now, I took this, excuse me, I took this a step further this year because we were moving out of Tampa. And so we're in the middle of moving into like our forever home. We're in a rental right now. But we left our home in Tampa where we had been, myself for 10 years, my husband for 15. And when we left, it was super important to me that obviously like we keep those friendships and nurture those friendships, and those are lifelong friendships for us. So I sent out a series of text messages to a whole bunch of friends to ask when their kids' birthdays are, when their birthdays are. I even text my mother-in-law to make sure I had all of my niece and nephew's birthdays written down correctly. I just spent like 15 minutes gathering birthdays, which sounds so elementary, but like I had never done it before. And so now I have all of these birthdays in one place. Now, I've talked before about how I use iCal and the Simplified Planner together. I'll explain that a little bit later for anyone who's new, but I also put all of those in iCal so that I see them there and I'll see them in my Simplified Planner, right? So write all of those dates down on your perpetual calendar. And then when you sit down with your planner, every single planner, like this one and the next one and the next one, you have this one piece of paper that never changes. And it is the thing you refer back to make sure you get all the right dates in your planner, right? And so the first thing I think is the most important thing to do is get that perpetual calendar filled out and have it on your desk. Then you're going to walk through the first couple of pages. So let me just start so I can show you the insides of this. This is a weekly planner. Again, the daily planners look exactly the same inside in the beginning, right? So in the beginning, you have just a little note from me, a couple of links and other things. We give you the link to our free printable library, talk to you about some of my books that I've written. And then we start right in with the process of simplifying. So right here on this side of the page, we talk through the 4 steps of simplifying. And this is just to get your mind in the right spot as you kind of embark on all of these things. Number 1, name what matters. Often we think we can tackle everything every day. We believe we can be everything to everyone, but inevitably there's, like we talked about yesterday, that ball we can't drop, right? Name what that is for you and stake your claim on it, right? Number 2, eliminate distractions. So this is also what we talked about yesterday. Yesterday's Facebook Live is about the process of simplifying, so go watch that one if you missed it. But eliminating distractions is getting out that piece of poster board or getting out that piece of paper and taking inventory of your life and all of the things you're committed to and deciding what you can eliminate, what you can say not now to. Number 3, establish routines. We're going to talk a lot about that tomorrow. I firmly believe that routines and rhythms are kind of the heartbeat of your home, whether you have kids at home or you don't. I have this quote from yesterday that I forgot to share, that this is a good time to share it. Sally Clarkson is an author that I just really, really, really love. She has 4 grown kids and she lives in London, and she just writes amazingly about making a house a home and making things really special. And she says, the culture that is created within a home matters more than the home itself. That's from her book, The Life-Giving Home. I love that so much when we think about routines and things like that. And, as we make all of these decisions and get all of this set up, because I think that's something we're all after. We all want our homes and our lives to feel meaningful and peaceful and kind of just fresh, right? Not constantly frenzied and frantic. So I love this part about routines. Number 4, choose what matters. Now, we said name what matters. This is choose what matters. This is the trick to simplifying. You have a choice for how you will spend the next year. You can say yes to commitments and opportunities, or you can say no. You can say yes to heading that project, but realize it means saying no to something else, right? Whenever you say yes to one thing, you're kind of saying no to something else to make room for it. You can say yes when your inbox is overflowing and your teller is pulling at your pant leg, or you can say right now. I often say when it comes to that idea of balance and choosing what matters, it's like riding a bike. So you're never really totally balanced. Like, you're kind of always shifting your weight from side to side, and that's okay. Shift it one way one day and one way the next, right? And that, to me, is what is achievable. I don't really know that like balance that stays that way forever is totally achievable. So just a little visual for you. The next page is how, this camera is so weird, how to use your Simplified planner. So this is the tactical stuff. Do your prep work. That's what we're talking through today. Add birthdays and anniversaries. Add reminders for those things, and then make time and get it messy. Make it part of your everyday routine. Next, you will find holidays, and then the entire year in one view here. And then we get into Simplified prep work. So the Simplified prep work is a series of it's 6 pages that we added with the last release of the Simplified planner, and it has been just a huge hit. Because I think it's so important when you sit down to use a planner that you're not just throwing dates on pages, that you're actually sitting down and you're thinking through what it is that you're after and how you want to live the next 12 months. You're making an intentional decision and deciding what you want those days to look like, right? Because inevitably you'll be at the end of those 12 months looking back at them and saying, I'm really glad I did this and kind of sad I didn't do it this way. I kind of regret this, but I'm super happy we did this. So you're taking a step back before that year and saying, here's how I want to live it, right? Okay, so the first page here, hold on, this camera is like so confusing to me which way I have to go. So the first page here is Simplified prep work, and you can see pictures of these pages all mocked up like this on our Facebook page or on our Instagram feed. What worked last year? So I want this to be a little interactive, and I'm getting a cold, y'all, so deal with my voice and my sniffles. But I wanted to kind of like work through this with you a little bit now before you actually get your planner, and I thought it could be fun to hear from friends and just kind of talk through some things, right? So I'm watching the comments. I have to like physically scroll to see the comments for some reason. But I want to talk about what worked last year. Like what worked for you last year? Put it in the comments. Remember, if you comment on today's Facebook Live, you're entered to win that shipped gift card for groceries and membership. But I would love to know, like, what worked for you? What was a good thing that you did last year? And for us, for our family, I wrote down getting up an hour before the kids. I wasn't perfect at it and do it every day. There were days I totally slept in. But on the days that I woke up before my kids and before my husband, I just had this feeling of being prepared, being like a step ahead of the game, able to like get their clothes ready to go, like kind of get a load of laundry going in the morning, have just a hot minute to myself. Prepping lunches on Sundays. So getting the food prepped for school lunches on Sundays was a kind of a big like time saver. Teaching the kids how to use shoe baskets. So we have shoe baskets. We even have them here in our rental. Each kid has a different basket and they throw their shoes in the basket when they get home from school, and it keeps them off the floor. Super tactical, super easy, but it just made life a little easier. Keeping snacks in the car for long car rides. We are renting on Pensacola Beach right now, and we're kind of far away from everything. And so I drive a Honda Odyssey, usually. I'm also in a rental car right now because it broke. But I have like what is that thing called in the middle of the seats? I have a thing right there with lots and lots of snacks, just because my kids get hangry after school. And then Friday pizza nights. We've been doing that for a long time, but pizza on Fridays, it's easy. Takes the stress off of me to figure out dinner that night. My kids think it's fun. They expect it. They know it's coming. We sit on the floor. It's great. Okay. Grocery pickup service. Okay. I heard Walmart just started doing it too. And I know Publix does it through Instacart, and Shipt does it. Shipt is just, they're such a great service. I love their app. I will sing their praises to the moon and back. I choose them over all the other ones. Setting routines and following them, meal planning. Can you guys teach me about meal planning? Meal planning is hard for me, like really hard. I don't exactly enjoy cooking, and so it's hard. Okay, getting up before the kids, laundry daily and food prep on the weekends. Okay, laundry daily will change your life. And I just have to share this before we go any further. This is something I shared in my book, A Simplified Life. And it's something my mom taught me, so I take absolutely zero credit for the idea. When my twins were born, or maybe it was when Brady was born, I definitely remember it after the twins. She came to visit for a couple of weeks when we were in Tampa, and she was like, listen, you set your alarm and get up even before the babies do, to which I was like, But I did it, and she said, throw a load of laundry in. You inevitably have so much laundry when you have two babies in your house, but throw a load of laundry in super fast, whatever's dirty in the house, because if you're doing it every day, you only have a little bit. Throw the laundry in, run it through it on speed cycle, saves water, saves energy, goes fast, clothes get clean. I don't separate clothes unless it's something super special and white. And then you just kind of get it done, fold it, put it away, right? You have to put it away is the key, and that's the hardest part for me. But get it done every single day, and it will literally change your life, right? I see it all in the comments. It really, really, really makes a big difference. And a load of dishes every day. Yes, totally, totally agree. Having the sink cleaned out before going to bed. Adding a family calendar on iCal. I love that idea. We just did that, and that really, really worked for us. Laying out clothes the night before. I do that too. So here downstairs, I don't have any out right now because it's Sunday, but I lay all three kids' clothes out right here on this little console under the television. And I have a basket full of hair stuff. So we bring the kids downstairs. We have 2 bedrooms in this house, all 3 kids in one room. It's a zoo trying to get them ready for school in the same room because they're everywhere. So we bring them all downstairs, and that's where we get them dressed and we do their hair. And I lay all their clothes out right here. In our old house and in our new house, I will lay their clothes out in their bedroom and teach them how to dress themselves. Right? Okay. What else? Sunday meal prep, making sure to have the dishwasher loaded and turned on before going to bed, and then cleaning. That's what I do. I run the dishwasher while everyone's sleeping and then empty it in the mornings. Awesome. More crock pot meals. Y'all, these are so good. I'm going to have to go back through and read these later. Yes. Okay. What didn't work last year? So what didn't work? One thing I said that did work on the last time I did my prep work was that my husband and I kind of split up the morning duties of getting kids off to school. When we lived in Tampa, our kids were at 2 different schools because they're 4 years apart, and he would kind of take Brady off and I would take the twins off. Here, our kids are all at the same school, so we do it a little differently, but it really worked having that like divide and conquer morning. And so writing that down and knowing that was helpful in planning out how we were going to do it when we moved here. What didn't work? I would love to hear from you. What didn't work? Hurried morning routines for the kids. When I don't get up early, for whatever reason, it like bleeds into kid time, and it like everyone gets frazzled. And then when you have 3 kids under the age of 7, grumpy in the morning is not fun. Too many after school activities. I feel like that's like a mistake we all make at least once. They're all involved in too many things, and then you're stretched too thin. No real me time, feeling anxious and tired in general, overcommitted to volunteer projects, and then too much travel. So some of these are what didn't work for me the previous year, and I've made some changes on them, but those are things I've struggled with in the past, and writing them down in my Simplified planner and kind of calling it out, saying what it is, helps me address it and say, okay, Brian, let's sit down and like talk about these things and figure out, you know, what didn't work for me. Also, what didn't work for you? It's a good conversation starter to have with your spouse. What didn't work for you? What's not working for all of us? Are there pain points in our day that we could make things easier with? And again, these get super tactical, but that's the point. One of the things I wrote down the last time I did this was in the mornings, it's crazy. There's like a specific moment of when I was taking the twins to school, Brady was already off to school. The twins were done eating breakfast. I had their shoes on, and it was time to get in the car. And they were in like the 2-year-old class at our church. So they had like these tiny little backpacks. And for whatever reason, putting on the backpacks became like an absolute battle. And it was like somebody wanted theirs first, and somebody's was too tight, and somebody's was too heavy, and it was an argument. And so finally, I kind of was like, that's kind of a pain point. So I started putting the backpacks in my car before I woke them up, right? So we never had that struggle of like, I want the backpack. And once they started talking about, I want the backpack, it was, they're in the car and you can have them when we get to school. And it worked. Silly, kind of small pain point, but it made a big difference in who went to school grumpy or work grumpy, right? Okay, not meal planning and grocery planning, getting to bed on time, not writing things down, not putting when bills are due on the calendar, not using a babysitter. Yeah, overcommitments. only getting projects 80% done, not having a defined template for repeatable processes, winging it at the grocery store. Okay. Sorry, my neighbors are loud. I hear them. Winging it at the grocery store. Sister, Kristen, I feel you. I have done the same thing. It also doesn't work for me, and this is something I'm struggling with today. It doesn't work for me to let things go. Like, it doesn't work for me to like have a couple days of like, oh, whatever, like we're busy. There's always an excuse, right? Like for me, I'm like, it's launch week, we're busy. I have so many things I have to get done. I'm basically working on the weekend, doing all these things and whatever, like laundry can wait, all that stuff can wait. What you can't see back here is that there is a ton of laundry to be done because I let it get ahead of me. And so that's something we're all five going to tackle today in getting all of those things done. So that doesn't work. But calling these things out and saying it, right? It's, you know, it matters. And I think it really helps put you in the right mind frame as you begin to make decisions about your year, what you're going to commit to, what you're going to say no to, and that kind of thing. All right. Over here, ideas for new routines and new healthy habits. Ideas for new routines. I wrote down waking Brady up before the twins to have quiet time with him. Having individual like quiet time is a goal of mine and has been since the twins were born. It's also hard. Scheduling time for workouts twice a week. I have yet to do that, but it's on my list. More consistent meal planning and prep on Sundays. Designating tasks during team meetings to cut back on feeling completely overwhelmed. And then for new healthy habits, I wrote taking a water cup with me during the day, visiting the farmer's market once a week. We have the cutest farmer's market here, and they have amazingly priced fruits and vegetables. Carve out a few hours a week for running errands. I have done that on Fridays, and set an actual bedtime for myself. As soon as I get through this series, Pretty Little Liars, I will have a much better time sleeping. But right now, I'm at the end of what is it? Season 7, and I'm almost there. So that's my goal. Why is that show so addicting, and why are there like 700 episodes? Okay, I would love to hear from you. This is off the cuff. I know we're just kind of sharing random ideas, but I think it's really helpful because you may see something someone else writes and think like, oh, duh, I should be doing that. Or that's something I should be thinking about. So tell me an idea for a new routine for you. Something like reasonable. Don't say wake up at 4 a.m. and run 10 miles and all of that. Unless that's you. Don't set yourself up for that. Bedtimes, yes. Consistently meal prepping, workouts, bedtimes. Did you know on your iPhone, you have, if you go to, hold on, I'll find it. You swipe up on your iPhone. Hello. You swipe up and you get to like the clock alarm thing. This screen, I'm hotspotting off my phone, so it has a big blue bar, but you get here and you have bedtime, right? So I have my bedtime set for 10 p.m. to wake up at 6. And so that's not actually early enough to get up an hour before my kids. I should probably adjust it. But at 10 p.m., it tells me, go to bed. And it plays like the lullaby sound. And then at 6 a.m. or whatever time it's set to wake me up, it has this really quiet, like gets louder and louder and louder song. And so it's not like an alarm like in your ear, right? So there's a tip if you're worried about bedtimes. Okay, made a grocery list printable that follows the order of my local Publix aisles. That's amazing. And pre-filled the items I know I'll buy every week. Hey, I'm glad you said that. If you are on our newsletter list, you can sign up in the captions here, but you are going to be getting a free printable today that I have. Whoa, hold on, I'll knock my coffee over. You are going to be getting a free printable today that is a perpetual grocery list. So here it is. And on your perpetual grocery list, you write down things you buy every single week, right? Milk, eggs, bread, apples, whatever. Things you buy over and over and over again. Always put them on here or have them on here. And just like your perpetual calendar, stick it in the front of your planner so you always have it. So that whenever you sit down to write that grocery list, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? See, we're simplifying your lives here. Plus, it's just really cute with that little radish at the top. All right, so you're gonna get that in your inbox today around 1:30 Eastern time if you are on our newsletter list. It is not I don't know if it's in our free printable library, but make sure you're on our list so that you can get it in your inbox. You're also going to get a recording of this video. Okay. Next page in the prep work is my weekly routines. This is a mock-up. This is not my actual routine on this side, and I'll kind of explain that. This is the side where you write down your weekly routines. So creating routines for weekly tasks and chores can help alleviate the burden of accomplishing everything all at one time, often on the weekends. Write down 1 or 2 tasks for each day of the week, like laundry, grocery shopping, cleaning, plant watering, thank you note writing. Like if I actually did this better, my fiddly fig trees would not die, right? So maybe having watering your plants every other day or every day or however much you're supposed to water them. Separating your cleaning out. So here I've written like laundry on every day, over here. But I've also written out like meal plannings on Mondays or Sundays, thank you notes, spills, kitchen, sheets and beds, bathrooms. I will say, I thought about doing our cleaning this way here at this house. At our old house in Tampa, we had these amazing ladies that would come twice a month and they would like do the deep cleaning and I would do the day-to-day. And we don't have that here. So here, thankfully this house is much smaller than the house we were in, but we decided instead of trying to do a little bit of cleaning every day, kind of like the laundry thing, we just get it all done on Saturdays. So deep clean the house, clean it really good, do all the vacuuming, wash all the sheets, get them all back on the beds and all that, all at one time on Saturdays. And everyone participates and we don't stop, like no one stops until it's all done. So just in case you wanted an idea for that. Okay. On the other page, we have daily routines in terms of morning routines and evening routines. And we're going to talk about this tomorrow, but having a set routine in place and maybe writing it on a Post-it and sticking it on your bathroom mirror is just a nice reminder of like, hey, take your vitamins. Hey, use the Clarisonic on your face. I'm thinking about things that I actually have on mine. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Next page, we have hello, there it is, our Simplicity Challenge. So our Simplicity Challenge is a challenge that I created while I was procrastinating writing Grace Not Perfection, my first book. I decided I wanted to create something for the beginning of the new year. I think this was 2016. Yeah. I wanted the challenge that people could participate in together, and it could be one challenge every day for the entire month. And the challenges would be free, like not cost any dollars, and they would take less than 15 minutes. Something totally doable, right? So I created this big list of simplicity challenges, and it went like almost viral. Like it was nuts. Everyone on Instagram was doing it with us. It was so fun. It was so impactful for people that we decided to actually put it in the planner. So every January 1st, you can follow along with us online while we do it together, or you can do it right out of your Simplified planner as soon as you get it. The great part is, if you're doing these itty bitty little steps, once you get to the end of all of them, you will feel a marked difference in how simple your life feels. Things just kind of feel easier. They feel more automated. They just feel more put together. They just feel simpler. So a couple of examples of those things are dump out your purse, throw away the trash in your purse, create a little bag of essentials and make your bag work for you, right? Spend 15 minutes just cleaning out your purse. The beauty of that is the next time you're out and about and you're digging for something in your bag, it's easier to find, right? Also, while you're doing that, think about things that you need that you don't have in your bag, like wet wipes or snacks for kids or whatever. Make a list of household items that you use frequently. Maybe put them at the bottom of your perpetual grocery list. Stock up on these and pay attention to BOGO sales. Those kind of things are always buy one, get one free, like often at Publix, from what I see. So make a list of those, and as you see them go on sale, kind of make a little stockpile of them. And then when you run out, you're not constantly like running back and forth to the store. The last page in this is your Simplified Prep Work, my yearly bucket list. So the bucket list is something that has always been part of the Simplified Planner, and it's something that we made so that when you're at the end of the year and you're looking back on the year, you're like, I'm really glad I did X, Y, and Z. One of the fun examples I always say is like going to find a water slide. That was something that our family wanted to do one year, and so we put it on our bucket list. And then we Once you scheduled it, like on an actual day or on an actual weekend, then you check it off once it's scheduled. So things like reading a book once a month, or like I have on here, take Caroline to the Nutcracker. She loves ballet, and so I really want to take her to the Nutcracker here in Pensacola. So that is on my list, and I wrote it down, went and found out when the dates are, found out how to get tickets, put it on in my planner, and now it's like an actual thing, not just an idea in my head. Okay, that's it. So once you get through those pages, you're moving into your monthly spreads and your daily or weekly spreads. And I will show you. Here's a monthly spread all filled out, right? We've kind of used some highlighters there. And here is a weekly spread all filled out. And you can kind of see, if you want to see interior pages, there's actually a couple of links in the caption here, and you can watch walkthrough videos where we're flipping through the planners. You can see pictures up close and personal. Those are really helpful if you want to see more of what it all looks like inside. All right, I have a couple notes. I just want to make sure I got to everything before we start answering questions. If you have questions, please go ahead and put them in the comments. Okay, so we talked through prep work. We talked about the perpetual calendar, taking the time to set up the perpetual calendar. Send some text messages, make a few phone calls, find out when people's birthdays are. It just made me feel like, I don't know, it made me feel more prepared, and I won't have those feelings of like, I forgot somebody's birthday. And I also, because I like to set the reminders for the things, I actually wrote a little task at the beginning of every month to go and buy birthday cards, right? So inevitably I will forget no matter what. So I have to write everything down. So I made myself a little task at the beginning of every month, go buy birthday cards for the month and put them in the mail. Because even if somebody's birthday is at the end of the month, I think if you send it in that month, it's still super special. So I have it like a recurring task to go and do that at the beginning of the month. Okay. Also ask for addresses while you're at it so that you have what you need to send the cards. Okay, once these important dates are in, so you have important dates from your perpetual calendar, once all of these things are in, go in and add the other things. You know, download your kids' school calendar and put all of that in. Write it on the monthly pages. Excuse me. Write it on the monthly pages and write it on the weekly or daily pages so you have it in the overview and kind of ongoing. And then maybe write yourself a couple reminders. Like if somebody has a big birthday or a big anniversary, make yourself a note a couple weeks in advance to say, hey, go buy mom's birthday gift, right? Or send a message to so-and-so today. All right, that is it. That is it, guys. That is prepping your Simplified planner. Once you've done those things, you're ready to hit the ground running. My best advice for actually getting the most out of it is to not be afraid to get it messy. A planner that sits on a shelf is just like a piece of decoration. It's not going to help you at all. So I'm hereby, as the person who designed these pages, giving you permission to make a mess. Use highlighters, use whiteout, or don't use whiteout, scratch things out, use stickers. Who cares? You get to flip the page the next day, right? Make it work for you. You don't have to put your planner pages on Instagram. I don't put my planner pages on Instagram. The pictures you see me posting are just like these, and they are all mocked up as examples because my planner has all my personal information in it, number one, and also because they're a disaster, right? So don't feel like you have to share your pages with anybody. Obviously, we love for you to post your planner and share it with the world, but share the cover. You don't have to share the pages. You can make a mess, right? Someone asked, what are the bookmarkers? I just glanced over and saw that. These are our page markers. These are an accessory that we have that come in the different cover options, and they're magnetic. So they just clip onto the page, just like this. See it? Clips onto the page and helps you remember where you are. Now, the weeklies come with a ribbon page marker. The dailies do not, but that's one other way of keeping track of things. Okay. Go ahead and put your questions in over here. Dusty is sending me some. Okay, let's see. All right, next, here we go, questions. how do you suggest keeping your weekend to-do list in the weekly edition? That is a great question because the weekends are tight in the weekly editions. Let me just show you. These are the weekend pages. And I'll be honest, when I used the weekly planner, I did not put a ton of to-dos on the weekends. Now, the space is a little tight there because it's the weekend and they share a spot. But I like that it's tight because it's kind of a reminder not to like overdo it on the weekends, right? Spread stuff out, spread it out. If for some reason you are like a wedding planner or someone who has like crazy busy Saturdays and things like that, I would suggest either trying Dapper Desk or the Simplified Planner Daily Edition because the space is larger there. Dapper Desk has its own pages for Saturday and Sunday, okay? All right, where can you buy friction highlighters? So the highlighters that I showed here, they're pastel, so they're not like brighten in your face like some. And you can buy them anywhere. They're made by Pilot Pens, and you can get them, I think I got mine on Amazon, Target, Walmart, I guess. Any of those places, any pen place. I think I've seen it at Publix actually as well. Okay, home-based binder versus the Simplified Planner. If I was in my usual space, I would show you the home-based binder, but I don't have one here. The home-based binder is really great for keeping all your home stuff. Things that have to do with your house, things that have to do with budgets and things like that. It's a binder, and so you can punch holes in anything and stick it in there. But yes, you can definitely use them together. They serve two totally different purposes. The Simplified Planner is for keeping your schedule, and that's for keeping home stuff. Can you compare the daily versus the weekly side by side? Yes. So this is the weekly. This is the daily. Oops. This is the Mint Pineapple Daily, a very popular cover this year. This was hand painted by our art director, Jessa Bray. And this is the size difference. So you can see it is both taller and wider. It is also thicker because it has a page per almost every day, shared weekend pages. It weighs 2 pounds-ish. This one weighs less. Okay, well, let's see. How does the Grace Not Perfection book compare to A Simplified Life? Well, Grace Not Perfection was my first book, and it came out in 2016. A Simplified Life was my second book, and it came out last year. Grace Not Perfection is, I always say, like, I can never write another book like Grace Not Perfection. It's like my story. It's my, I don't know if the word memoir is correct, but like it is my whole heart. Like it's my story. It's really hard times I've been through, struggles with trying to keep it all together, being a working mom of 3 kids. It's my story. It's split into 3 different sections. So it's having grace with your people, grace with your calling, and grace with yourself, your community. It's really, really like heartfelt. And there's lots of worksheet pages throughout to kind of like think through things on your own. Both of my books have pictures and all that throughout. They're called gift books. A Simplified Life is very tactical. A Simplified Life was written, it just like poured out of me because it's all of my knowledge about organizing and planning and my constant quest to just make life easier, because why is it so complicated, right? I'm constantly looking at things and thinking, why does it have to be done this way? Can't we do this an easier way? And so I split it into 10 sections. It's 10 chapters on 10 different areas of life that we often as women feel overwhelmed by. Everything from meal planning, which was very wholehearted because it is very hard for me, your schedule, your space, your home, motherhood, technology, all kinds of things. So it's very, very, very tactical. It's like if you're looking for something to sink your teeth into and like put into practice today, that's the book for you. They're both available at Target and on Amazon and all the places you buy books. Okay, back to my list. Do you repeat the challenges every month or only certain times of the year? So the Simplicity Challenge we do starting January 1st every single year, and we go through the end of January on Instagram. You can do the Simplicity Challenge at any point because it's in your planner. We even have things in there like put your number on the do not call list. Search your inbox for the word unsubscribe and start unsubscribing from things. Unroll.me is a great service as well for that kind of thing. But like we put the phone number in there for you to call the do not call list and put your number on it. It's yet to be determined if it works completely because I still get spam calls, just not as many. But like these little steps make a difference, right? Okay. What are the bookmarks you're using? Okay, I showed you those page markers. Should I make an account before Wednesday? Yes. I will get to that question at the very end because I'm going to give you some launch day tips and I'm going to throw out some links to you real quick before we get going. Does Dapper Desk have Sunday prep? No, Dapper Desk does not have Sunday prep. That is something specific to the Simplified Planner. Sunday prep is what we have included in every single daily edition and every weekly edition. At the very bottom of the Sundays, you can see it says plan meals for the week ahead, tidy up for a clean slate on Monday, write tasks and appointments for the week, and fill your take. Enjoy what matters most. So rest on Sundays, obviously. But using Sunday afternoon as a day or as some time to just get things prepared for Monday just kind of helps things run smoother. Okay, what black pen are you using under the highlighter? So my favorite pens are the Pilot Precise V5 pens. We were fortunate enough to be asked by Pilot to do a collaboration with them, and we were able to make our own Happy Stripe Pilot Precise V5 pen set. These are in our shop. They will be part of the bundle that you can build your own planner bundle on next Wednesday. I'll tell you about that too. But I use the black pen from here under the highlighters. It doesn't smear, it doesn't bleed. It's really, really good. If you watch the pen test video, we tested a slew of different brands of pens. Spoiler alert, Pilot's my favorite. So, but you'll see me write all this or talk about all those in there. What is your favorite free printable? Well, personally, the perpetual calendar. My favorite free printable to give to friends or to share with followers and our community is you can actually go to our free printable library and print off planner pages. So you can try it before you buy it. You can go and print off a daily edition page and you can test it, like print off 100, I don't care. Print off as many as you want and you can test it for as long as you want before you actually buy a Simplified planner to make sure it's right for you, to make sure you're choosing the right edition. We also have the weekly spreads in there. Now those are on 2 pages, so you might have to like cut and paste or line it up just right, but you can print off the daily spreads too, just to try it out and see how you feel about it. So those are in our free printable library. I think the link is either posted in here or it is in the caption. All right, can I still sign up for the Launch Day Survival Kit? So yes, those 2 things are things I want to talk about in terms of next Wednesday. So Launch Day for us has been compared to buying Taylor Swift tickets. It was like the biggest compliment ever. It gets a little crazy. It's super exciting. We do all these Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives and make these Launch Day survival kits and all of this leading up to Launch Day because it is literally the culmination of 18 months of work for my team. We started designing these planners and like the mint pineapple cover got designed in March of 2017. So that's how far ahead we work for something like this. And so I always make my team Launch Day survival kits as just a way to love on them. They're all remote, so I can't like bring breakfast to the office to love on everybody. Though I do that. Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits are a necessity on Launch Day, but I send them Launch Day survival kits, and it's just a collection of like sweet treats and cute t-shirts and like just things to love on them and to make all of our lives just a little sweeter on Launch Day, because inevitably we're fielding tons of orders, thousands of questions. We will be on live chat, we will be on social media, we will be everywhere on email, like answering all of your questions and helping you make your orders and get everything squared away. So Launch Day Survival Kit is a giveaway we're doing, and the link is here. You can enter to win. It includes all sorts of cute things. A Team Simplified t-shirt is a size medium. We had to print these and order these beforehand, so they're all size mediums. We also have a popover with a gold pineapple on the back from Lily Pulitzer. We have a thin happy stripe, little pencil pouch from May Designs. We have a collaboration with May Designs. If you go to their website, you can buy all sorts of cute things with our patterns on them. We also have cookies from Grey Ghost Bakery. They're amazing. I may have already broken into mine. A planner, obviously, copies of both my books signed. There's all sorts of things. I know I'm leaving stuff out, but go to the link here and enter to win the launch day survival kit because it is so cute. And we will choose the winner before launch. So join us on Facebook and Instagram on Wednesday morning around like 9:30 Eastern time, 9:45 Eastern time. I'm literally gonna like set my phone up while I'm like typing away on my computer, getting everything ready to go before we hit the big red button. And we'll count down together and we'll hit the big button and make everything live, and you'll be able to order your Simplified planner then. So I will announce the winner before we do that. Okay, and if you can't join live to find out who the winner is, I will still email you like before we launch. So you'll get an email from myself or from Taylor on our team and let you know that you won and you don't need to go buy yours. Okay, yes, go and make an account before Wednesday. Just so you have an easy way to log in. Go ahead and make an account on our website. Go to emilylay.com right now, not now, as soon as this is over, and make yourself an account, get all set up so that you are ready to go. Maybe bookmark the page of the planner you want so that you're ready to go on Wednesday. Any more tips? Our site will be locked, so you will not be able to access our site Wednesday morning. We take it down on Tuesday evening-ish to get it set up. Our team will be working that evening to get the whole site set up, ready to go, all the dots connected, the bundle ready, everything. Hey, Dusty, can you text me what's in the bundle again? For what the life of me, I can't ever remember it. But we will be getting everything ready. So when you get to the site on Wednesday and it says like you need a password, you don't need a password. You won't need a password because that big red button I hit unlocks the site. You'll be able to get in. It's good to go. But we shut it down so that we can make preparations on our end to get launch ready. It's literally like launching a rocket ship, I feel like. Okay, let me see. The bundle. Okay, someone said how fast do they sell out? I don't know. Sometimes they sell out like hotcakes. Sometimes we do a better job predicting inventory and we have enough to last a long time. We have been sold out for a month now. So if you go to our site now, all the planners that we did have that were for the academic year, in the spring of every year we release academic editions that run August through July with the academic year. Those have been sold out for well over a month. I hope that we have enough to last well through the fall, but you never know. In the past, we've had planners sell out. We've had certain cover styles sell out in hours. We've had certain cover styles last months. So we just never know. The hardest part of my job is predicting inventory because we run a debt-free company. I want to hit the mark where we printed enough and not too many. So hope that makes sense. Okay, May Designs, I saw someone ask about that. May Designs is a company that we love and adore. Micah May is actually a good friend of mine. They did a collaboration with us where they take our patterns and put it on their cute stuff, and you can personalize like notebooks and pencil pouches and all kinds of cute stuff over there. It's maydesigns.com. Okay, the bundle includes your choice of a simplified planner, daily or weekly. You get a mini notebook of your choice, a sticker pack of your choice, paper clip set of your choice, page marker, stretchy bands, and your choice of a pen or a pen set. So we have gift pens and we have pen sets, like the ones I just showed you. The daily bundle is $115. You're saving money buying it in a bundle. It would be more if you kind of bought it all together. The weekly bundle is $105. Because you're over $100, you get free US ground shipping in the United States. If you do not buy the bundle, Dapper Desk is not included and the sticker book is not included in that. If you do not buy the bundle and you buy just the planner, the daily is $58, the weekly is $48. Okay, so there are some links here in the caption where you can go and click to take the quiz to find out which Simplified planner is best for you based on your style and your life and your season of life that you're in. It is scary accurate. So go and take it and then go over to Instagram and post which one you got, because my team made the cutest GIFs on Instagram, and I'm encouraging everyone to use them. They have been viewed like 100 million times. That is not an exaggeration. That is an actual statistic. If you are like on your Instagram story and you swipe up to add a GIF, search the word simplified, and you will see badges. Well, you'll see all kinds of cute things like happy striped rocket ships and pineapple hats and me spinning. It's amazing. But if you keep going, there are badges that say what cover you're getting or what cover the quiz told you to get. So like use your little badge and put it on your picture. It's so cute. You can also click links here to go to the free printable library, to enter the launch day survival kit giveaway, to print out, or to view the walkthrough videos of each planner, to see the insides. You can go to our website to find all of those things. There's all kinds of fun stuff over there, so go there after this. I do know that I need to do this giveaway. Let me just look over and make sure I got everything. Is Dapper Desk an option for the quiz? No, the quiz is just Simplified planners. Are the gifts going to be there forever or just for launch week? Oh, they're there forever. They're there forever. Okay. All right, guys, leave a note. I'm going to let you leave a note real quick so that I can choose a winner. Just say hi if you want to enter to win. Taylor is amazing, and she's on our team. She's actually married to my brother, and she's posting links here, so you can click through the links that Taylor's posting to go find all those things. If you have questions about which planner is right for you, join me on Tuesday. Tuesday is where I'm going to be doing live, like, tell me your situation. I'll tell you which planner I think is right for you, okay? We'll also be talking a lot about the differences between the two. Yes, if you're looking for a monogram decal for your planner, Monogram It Darling on Etsy is adorable, super sweet, and makes amazing little decals for that. They last a long time. One last, sorry, I keep seeing all these questions and I want to make sure I answer them all. By the way, I'll be doing an Instagram Live today at 2 p.m. Eastern time just to answer questions. I do this because inevitably I can't answer all of them at one time here. I try to keep these under an hour. So join me on Instagram Live and I'll be answering more questions later. This is one of our Dapper Desk planners. This is the blush edition. We have a navy edition as well. They both have these little navy and white stripe page marker, ribbon page markers. And then this is what the pages look like. All of the daily pages look just like this. Schedule on one side, to do on the other, and notes at the bottom. And the monthly pages are actually at the beginning. So they're all, like all the months are at the beginning. We had to do it that way because there's no tabs in this. Okay. All right, I am going to choose a winner. I feel like this is a lot of pressure because this is a really big prize. Shipped. If you're watching this, thank you for being so generous and offering someone a free membership for a year and $100 towards groceries. If you win, please email taylor@emilylay.com. Taylor has everything you need to claim your prize. Okay? All right. Okay, I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. Here we go. All right. Now looking. Kristen Nolter. Kristen Nolter. You are our winner. Email Taylor, taylor@emilylay.com. It's my team going, pick me. Yes, email taylor@emilylay.com. We'll get you everything you need to claim your prize. Today's been so fun. Thank you guys so much for being so excited with us. We can't wait for Wednesday. It's such a big day for us, and we just appreciate your excitement. We hope that you will click over to our website, take the quiz, see all the things, watch the videos. There's tons of up-close pictures over there too. And yes, it will be fun. We will see you today at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Instagram Live at Emily Lay, and I'll be answering questions there. Okay? Thank you guys. Bye.